Hello and welcome back to the course. In this particular segment, we are going to look at the key graphical user interface components of the MATLAB software. So the first component that we are going to explain is the command window. It is taking majority of our screen area of the MATLAB. This is the place where we are going to interact with the MATLAB software. By interaction, we mean that we are going to provide useful inputs to the MATLAB here, and then we can expect certain results out of the computation of those, manipulating those inputs. So as an example, we can write 8 plus 8 and expect the answer of that over here. Similarly, we can perform certain subtraction operations. Similarly, we can perform the multiplication operation and so on. So in conclusion, you may consider it as part of a big calculator. Of course, the MATLAB goes beyond that and it can perform more sophisticated and more complicated operations, and they will become clear to us as we progress in the course. The next component that we want to highlight is the current window. Now this is the folder or directory location where our current scripts and MATLAB files are located, and these files can be executed on the MATLAB software. This particular bar, it actually points and shows the directory location of the folder which is called the current folder. So if you want to change it, you can click here and then select another folder which contains your MATLAB files and scripts. So whenever we want to write certain script, we would make sure that we are in the correct current folder. Please note that we can go further down in the directory from here, from this current folder component, but we cannot go up, right? So in order to go up, you need to consult here, or alternatively, you can go and in the upper level directory from here as well. For example, if I want to go in the upper level directory of bin, I can click here, and then if I go another up level, I can click here. And if I want to go back to the directories where I was, so I can always click the back button. Next, these are some of the buttons which are very conventional and they are present in almost every software. For example, in Microsoft Word, you can also locate this kind of button which is used to open files and scripts. Similarly, this is used to create new files and new scripts and so on. And these buttons, they will become clear to us as they become relevant to us in the course. So during the course, we may be exploring some of these options. For now, we can have a look at the plots. So this contains different plotting options. Again, we will be coming back to it when in the plotting section of the course. And there are some useful apps that the people have contributed, and they comes as a built-in apps when you install the MATLAB. So these are subject-specific apps. For example, some of them are from computational finance, from computational biology, and then from other areas such as image processing and other areas. Finally, let us also look at this, which is called the workspace component. This component, this will become more clear to us in the upcoming lecture, but for now you may note that this component is going to keep track of all the variables that are currently being processed by the MATLAB software. In this particular case, when we do not mention any variable, that is 8 into 9, so the result is stored in a default kind of a variable which is called ANS. Now in this case, you may note that the workspace is now containing that particular variable which is ANNS and its corresponding value. So the things that we should keep in mind for now is that the workspace contains the variables which are currently being manipulated by the MATLAB software, and the default variable is ANS. So if we do not assign a computation to any variable or we do not store it, so then it is being stored in a default variable which is called ANS. I hope that was it for this particular segment. In the upcoming segment, we are going to cover the basic concepts behind variables. Do come back to cover that as more interesting stuff is coming our way. Until then, enjoy MATLAB.